Hey everybody, Michelle Mahoney here, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to make a digital lesson using Google Slides. I create my digital lessons using Google Slides. It is free and it is super easy. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do to make my digital lessons. One of my most popular classes right now from teaching online is me using Google Slides to do that. So let's go ahead and let me show you right now how to do what I do. So right now I'm sharing with you my Google Slides. Right now I'm showing you my Google Drive, which all you have to do is get a Gmail account. That's your email, and then you can sign up and then you can have this available to you. So right here is my most popular class on Outschool, my teaching platform, and this is my Roblox safety course. And I'm going to show you, maybe I'll show you at least what this looks like, so then you can get an idea of what I'm about to show you today for your tutorial. So once this opens up, you can see that I think I have almost maybe 15 to 20 slides, and they are interactive. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make your slides game worthy and clickable and all that great stuff. Now that you can see my slides, as you scroll down, you can see that I have rainbow colors on the backgrounds. I have the same black bar on top for all of them. And then as you go through, this is my lesson. So I literally give them a hello slide. I tell them what the class is about. I do class rules. I give an icebreaker question. That's how I start all my lessons. It's kind of my flow to get them interacted in the class, get them ready to go. And then I begin my actual content. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slides that are specific towards my lesson plan, but that's it, only 13 slides. Now, as you can see too, many of them are very interactive. So this being safe online, I talk to them about the differences. I ask them questions and I prompt them and I go already through. See, this slide is literally, it's just asking questions. So I may ask the question out loud, but I'm answering it. And then I can ask them if they know. But I'm going to show you how to make this lesson. Now, these slides are my game slides. So once I show the student this, I can actually click on this blue button. It's interactive and it will match up to these slides down here. So that's the most important part. I know lots of you are interested in knowing how can you make your slideshow when it's in presentation mode clickable, right? Let me see if I can present this to you right now so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so when I'm in a class, I can make this clickable for my students. So I say, hey, what year was Roblox created? And I give them a chance to guess and answer. I have them use their fingers. That way they're not all unmuting because that would be like chaotic depending how many kids there are. So I ask them the question and then I say, okay, here's my answer button. I say, okay, 3, 2, 1, bam. And when I clicked that blue link, it went to my other slide that had this little red arrow here to show them what the answer was for that slide. All right, so are you ready? Are you excited? I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Okay, so now we're back in Google Drive. What you're going to do once you're in your Google Drive, so if you haven't signed up for your account, go do all that stuff. And then over here on the left, I'm going to click this new button with this rainbow cross. Once I click new, I'm going to have a whole bunch of different options of things that I want to do. The first thing I'm going to go for is this yellow icon that says Google Slides. Click it, and now we are in a brand new Google slide. First, you want to title your presentation, okay? So for this one, I'm going to say practice slideshow, okay? Practice slideshow. So now I can create my first slide to be whatever it is. Like maybe I want to say, welcome to digital lesson planning. Okay. I could even say by Michelle Mahoney, right? I can say my name if I want. You can design your slides whatever way you want. You don't have to do it a specific way. Just type whatever you want. Oh, did I spell digital wrong? Let's hear. Digital, double clicking is way easier, right? Now, in order to get my next slide, right? Let's pretend this is what I have right now. In order to get my next slide, I'm going to click in the top left here, this little plus button. It says new slide. Now, before I do that, I also want to show you there's a little drop down button right to the right of it. If I slide over, it says new slide with layout. Now, this is super important because you can have different layouts for different slides to make it more interesting. So if I click this one, Now it's going to give me a bunch of options that I can choose from in order to make my slides a little bit different and more interactive, whatever I want it to be. Now, I want you to know no matter what you select, you can always delete or bring things back. So this is just practice, right? Let's pretend I want to do something over here, like this fun interactive slide. So I'm going to click this, and this will be my next slide. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to teach you guys about digital lesson planning. 5 ways to start. And maybe I want to make that a smaller box. So I'm just clicking this little blue square and I'm dragging to the left, right? Now I'm going to want to center this. So I'm going to highlight that. All I did was double click. And let's see, where's my little button here where I want to format? Yes, format. I'm going to go to line. Oh, no, not that one. Align, because I want to align this to the center. That just makes my words in the middle. In order to make this box the same thing over here, what I'm going to do is make sure it's highlighted, hit edit, duplicate. And now I have the same exact box that I'm just going to drag over here. Put it where I want. The words are already centered for me. And this one I'm going to say is 5 things to avoid. I had to think about what I wanted to say then. 5 things to avoid. If I could spell. Okay. Now I can go in and I can fill those all out. I'm going to go to my next slide. If I just click that plus sign, I want you to see what it does. It just brings me to a blank slide. Okay. Let's see if I want to, let's say I'm going to do this one. And maybe, all right, I added a couple of slides here, right? Because for the purpose of this tutorial, I just want to show you how to start making these slides. I can go super in depth and give you specifics about exactly how to make your entire slideshow. But for this tutorial to start, I just want to show you how to get started. And then as you click and go, you're going to start learning a lot of things on your own to start. And then I can make this a series for you to start learning more specific things. So for right now, we have a pretty boring slideshow, right? But if I go over here to my right, see how it says themes? So I can scroll down and they have some filled out themes for me. So you can select one of these. For me personally, these are a little too boring in color. That's why I made mine rainbow the way I did. But if you're just looking for something to start and get pretty basic, you can click one of these themes and it will go ahead and it will give you the colors. So let's practice. I've done this one before. So let me just click this so I can show you. So I'm going to click this and it's going to apply to my slideshow as it is so far. So now I have that pink box and there we go. I know it doesn't really do a whole ton of it, right? It kind of gives you a little basis to start with though. So if you're someone that's brand new and you want to see some color, but what I want to show you today is what my slideshow looks like. So I'm going to click on my first slide. And when I click background, this is where it gets to get fun, right? So I'm going to choose red because I'm going to do rainbow colors and I'm going to click done. And see, I've added my theme here. So it's kind of messed with me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you another button that I love to use. These little top arrows right here is the undo button. I can undo until everything's gone. Yay. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my first slide, choose background. Let's go to red. There we go. There's my background of red. Now I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to do my background orange. Done. Go to my next one. Background. Choose yellow. Done. Background. Look at this. They put all my colors nice in order for me. Green. Do you see what I'm saying here? Like this is super easy. You guys can totally do this. Blue. And that's what I have right now for my slides. So I just click through and make it that way. Now, if you're wondering how I did that little black banner across mine, I'm going to show you exactly what I did there. Let's go to yellow because that's pretty plain right now. Let's pretend I didn't need these boxes. I'm just going to click and delete. Click and delete. That's all you got to do if you don't want them. Just click them and delete them. Now mine's a little slow because I'm on Zoom. Okay. So now if I wanted to get that nice little banner that I had, what I'm going to do is hit insert. And then I'm going to do shape. go again to the shapes, and I'm going to pick this first one here because that's the more rectangular look I want. But if you can see here, look, there's all kinds of different shapes here. If like wanted a fancy banner, I could choose this one. You can really choose whatever you want. Oh, I kind of like this one with the rounded off edges, but I'm going to go with this one to show you the basics of what I had. So here's my little box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it over here to the top. Now, if you remember from my banner, I left a little space on the top to still gain that color. I'm going to take this little blue square. I'm going to drag it across my whole slide. Now this color is pretty boring. I don't want that. So I just have to make sure it's highlighted blue, which it is. This fill in button, see how it says fill color? It looks like a little paint can spilling. I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it black. There we go. There's my banner. Now, if I want to put text on top of it, I'm going to go insert text box. This little arrow is now triggering me to say where I want my text box. I'm going to draw out a little rectangle. You can always change it. My text is going to be R. Okay, so you can't see my text colored, right? So I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this. These little 3 buttons right here, go where this A is to change my text color. I'm going to put it white so you can see it. I'm also going to make it bold, and I'm going to use this plus button over here to make it big. This is pretty boring text. So in order to change your text or your font, I'm going to click here where it says font. Maybe I could do Pacifico. Maybe I can make it Merriweather. I personally like Century Gothic. Pretty fun for me. And if this is not what you want it to look like with the little yet underneath, just drag out these squares and it will make it elongated so you can have your words all flowing in the same direction. Let me show you how to add an image. So you can take any images, you can take your own, you can take them from Google, you can take them from your friend, wherever. If you have a stock photo website that you go to, my personally favorite is canva.com. So if you want to go to Canva and take some photos and do that here, you can use almost anything because you're not selling this slideshow. You're using it for informational purposes and you're not distributing it to anybody. So you really don't have to worry too much about copyright. Now, you have to obviously cover yourself. If somebody says in their description or in their rules, please do not use this for any services whatsoever, except for like printing it out at your house and looking at it, then that's something you have to worry about. But I wouldn't worry about that because you're just using this for informational purposes, which is okay. Plenty of children use these programs all the time to do projects at school, and they're just distributing it for information. So you really don't have to worry too much about all that jumbo, right? I use tons of stuff from everywhere for informational purposes to teach my students. So don't get hung up on that. If you now were going to take this slideshow and then try to sell it on TPT or Etsy, there is where you need to start thinking, where did I get these images from? Are they copyright? Can I sell them? Do I have a commercial license? Those are different questions if you're going to sell something. This you're just using to teach somebody on an online platform, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go back to that insert button up here, and then I'm going to add image. So now here's some options, right? I can upload it right from my computer, which let's pretend you went to Google, you searched up butterfly, saved it at your computer, and now you're going to upload it. That's how you would do it there. You can upload from your camera, a URL is a link, or your Google Drive folder, your photos, so many things, right? So let's upload one from my computer. Let's see what I have here. Okay, perfect. Since I use Roblox a lot, I'm going to take this worm face picture. I'm going to open it and I'm going to add it right there. Now, if that's not the size that you want, that's okay. You just use these little squares and then you can expand by clicking and dragging and making it the size that you want it to be. Okay. You can also cut it out and make it small like this. Okay. You can do lots of different things. Now, whoops, I skipped to a different slide. Sorry. If I didn't like this image, I only wanted the words, I'm going to make sure it's highlighted again. And this little box right here says crop image. That's going to give me a different option. Now you see these little black rectangles that showed up. Now I can actually take this image apart by clicking and dragging, and maybe I only want up to here. Now the rest of the picture is gone, right? And I only have this part of the image. Depending on what you want to do, you can pretty much manipulate anything to be the way that you want it to be. So now let's pretend that you wanted to ask a question on this slide and have it be interactive and go to another slide like I showed you on mine. So what we're going to do is we are going to insert a text box, and I'm going to say, where can you play worm face? So here's my questions for the kids. Again, I can change this font, make it bold. I can make it blue. I can make it really big. Let's pretend I want to put the answer on this blue side over here. And this is my answer. Maybe actually for this one, I can say answer. And I'm going to take this box and make it small. And I'm going to move it up here. So they know when they get to this page, this is the answer. Maybe I take this and get rid of this, right? I can actually insert image, upload from computer, take the same worm face picture maybe and put it here for the answer slide. Okay, perfect. Now, how do I get this yellow slide to connect to the blue slide? Here you go. Ready? I'm going to double click insert link. And now, instead of doing a link that you would do from like the internet, what I want to do is click it to be a slide. Right? I'm going to type in slide 5 because that's the number slide I want it to be. As you can see right there too, it says Roblox. So I'm going to click that, make sure it's applied. Now we want to make sure that when we click this, it goes to slide 5. So we are going to present to see it, test it, see if it works. So we're going to click. There it goes. It goes right to slide 5, the one that we wanted it to be. So now your slides are interactive where when you come up to this, you can ask the children, okay, where can you play worm face? Ready? All right, you all have your guesses. Okay, great. Click. Roblox, you're right. That's where you can play it. There you go. There is your interactive slide. Okay, so now you have your interactive slideshow. I hope this beginning tutorial has gotten you in a place where you feel confident about clicking around and getting to a place where you feel comfortable using Google Slides as your digital lesson plan format. If you have any questions, don't forget to put them down below so I can help you and be making more videos specific to what your needs are. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be alert when I post my next video. Have a great rest of your day.